Morning, friends. It's Nancy, and just got some updates to share with you. So first of all, I'll show you this project I've been working on. You may have seen on an earlier post on my Instagram, I have a lot of stamps, and I thought it's time to share some of these stamps. And some of them are just, plain old heads on a colored background, but some of them are really beautiful. So I've made these tags, and instead of using parchment paper, I used acetate to make the little pockets. So this was project number 4, I believe. So if you want to go back to project number 4 and take a look, you can see how to make this tag. I used Tim Holtz paper. And for a little decorative thing I put up here at the top, I just cut up some vintage hand crochet doily. So this particular set is all spring flowers. So there's daffodils in there, tulips, crocuses, croci. This one's beautiful. I think that one's my favorite. And on the other side, I always forget what that's called. Hyacinth? These are snowdrops. Aren't they gorgeous? So anyway, and there's some more croci. So these ones are all the first flowers we would see in spring. This one is all bugs. So there's moths and spiders and ladybugs, and there's a little bee in here. And on the back, we've got moths and beetles, and there's another bee. That one's beautiful with the bee on the clover there, and butterflies. This one is all different roses. Get back in there, you. No escaping. This one I tried to do all irises. I found another iris. I'm gonna have to stick it in there. Well, we'll take you out. You're a lily. And we'll put you in. You're an iris. I didn't have a lot of irises, so I went with a general purple theme. And where I had irises, I put them in. This one's all daisies, which is one of my favorite flowers. That one's pretty. This one's all like very light, low volume color pastel flowers. I think this one's my favorite here. The color of the sky is lovely. These ones all have green backgrounds. And this one, well, this one kind of, this one I was looking for things that kind of shimmered. So there's some silver and gold and things that maybe didn't necessarily sparkle, but to me sparkled. Like these two here, they're very flat, but and matte, but together they look, I don't know, they look like little jewels to me. So I made a lot of other ones. I'll just flip through them quickly. So I've got butterflies. This one's all big cats, lions and cheetahs and stuff. Butterflies. This one's all mushrooms. More butterflies, butterflies. These are all birds. 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 These ones are all roses. Oh, this one's got some ones that have gone flying a little. So this one was all blue backgrounds. This one's all purple backgrounds, yellows and golds. This one was all yellow flowers. I think this was all yellow flowers. These ones are all lilies. There's calla lilies. Purple flowers. These ones, I think I went with light blue backgrounds. These ones are bright orange and reds. More green. Yellow. Pink. So if you're seeing this video, you'll see that I have listed these on my... Sorry. That's not what I meant. I am listing these on my Etsy. If you have a preference as to what tag you get, as in color or theme, if you're the first one to request it, you'll be the first one to get it. I do have some other ideas. I've got some stamps that are all fruits. Yeah, I've got some more ideas. I just have no more acetate. I actually went shopping for acetate yesterday. Yeah. Couldn't find the thickness that I wanted. Anyway. So that's on my Etsy. Also, there's a few packages of onion skin paper left. There's some milk tickets left. So if those were things that you had on your mind, you might want to get in there quick. Thought I would just show you some things I picked up at the thrift recently. I went to the thrift store yesterday, hoping I would find some acetate. No such luck. That's really the first I've been out of the house since, I don't know, more than a week ago. This one, I got this book at the thrift store, and I thought, I'm not a scrapbooker, but I just liked some of the embellishment ideas that are in here, so I'm gonna kind of go through this and challenge myself to use some of the embellishment ideas that are in this book. This was at the Weigh and Pay, so it wasn't expensive at all. Also at the Weigh and Pay was this Hawaii stationery set, so it's got some green paper and the envelopes are lined, so I could technically probably peel that lining out and use it for decoupage. Anyway, I thought these were a pretty color. Got this itty bitty book. It's called Geraldine Belinda, and I was attracted to the cover, but the illustrations in here are just so cute. So this is 1942. Some pages are taped. I think it's interesting that there's a lot of blank pages in here. There she is, looking in the toys. But instead of printing on both sides of the paper, okay. This one is Treasures of the Vatican Library. And all of the flowers have sort of this gray-green background. And I thought, ooh, this is perfect for fussy cuts. This one, it has Kate Greenaway art in it. 1984. So they're just tiny little images, but super cute. Little flower details. I think I have another Kate Greenaway book somewhere. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still dealing with this. The Piece de Resistance. I got this. This is leather bound book. It has this beautiful marbled paper, and there's sort of this shimmer in the gold areas. It was printed in 1892. It's pretty big. It actually has some fold-out bits. Let's see if we can find a fold-out bit. Like copies. Ugh, these pages don't want to bend. Like copies of letters and stuff. So I am going to have a good time. I'll have to be very, very careful. Actually, I'm thinking I've got to figure out a way to preserve this page so that this is the front page. No, can't do that. Anyway, I'll figure it out. That'll be something. That's going to be beautiful when it's done. Okay. I had another idea for page treatment. So earlier this week we did these 3 pages that had the ruffled music paper, the punched edge, the tip out, ruffled sari silk, lace, and stenciling. So I've got some more ideas. Well, at least one more page. Let's do it together. Gotta find the book. Pages. And I can't find them. I put them somewhere. Oh, here they are. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 pages and glue together just 1/2. Good. Now on this side, I'm going to fold this page back, oh, let's say 1/3. Front and back. Oh. Okay. Now, get my tear ruler, and I'm going to tear off this margin. I'm going to cover that up with a piece of onion skin. Not the whole thing, but I'll make the whole front. That's crooked. There we go. And it needs to be this long. Had a dream last night about going to a church rummage sale. I woke up this morning, I was really disappointed that I didn't have the stuff that I found at the church rummage sale. You know, you've been junking too much. When? Okay. Now, on this side, I'm going to take a piece of paper and tear off this edge, and then I want a torn piece about 3/4 of an inch. And then a second torn piece, about 1/2 inch. Okay, and let's get the ink out. I'm just going to ink up the edges of these torn pieces. And then this way. Okay. Now on the page itself, ink up that edge. This edge. And this edge. Okay. And you know what? I'll just do a little inking around the onion skin. Just to give that a little zhuzh. Je ne sais quoi. Now, looks like I didn't get very close to the edge there. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece and put it along here, but make sure that the text is upside down and go right to the edge, or you can even go over the edge if you want to. And then the next smaller piece in the center, but this time flip the text around the correct way. Because the idea isn't that we're, or you could do it the other way, I don't know. The idea is that we don't want to have this as an element to read, but as an element to decorate. Then I am going to grab my pokey tool, and I know I have, there it is. Ugh. What would I do without this telephone book? I'm telling you. You can use a ruler for this. This happens to be a tool that I got at Michael's. I don't even know when. I think it would have been like when junk journaling became a thing. So I'm just going to poke holes every quarter of an inch. It's not quite quarter of an inch. Actually, it might be a little more than a quarter of an inch, because I think it's half a centimeter. Because in junk journals that have grids and dots, they're measured in centimeters. Well, at least the European ones that I used to use. I don't junk journal very much now. I started a junk journal in a couple years ago and did use them quite faithfully, but not for the last few months. Okay, the reason I poked this is because I'm going to run an embroidery thread through this. But first I want to do a little sewing here. And if you don't want to sew, don't sew, but I'm just going to run a little stitch. As ever, I need a scrap of paper to get this started. Okay, that's going to be fine. So I'm not sewing these together, I'm sewing these separately. I'm just running a zigzag distance from the outside of the foot. Presser foot. And then the second page. And you open that up, and just going to add glue down the edge. To make a pocket. And I want some washi tape to reinforce that fold. Ugh, come on, you. All right. Trim this little edges off. On you. All right. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're 26 minutes. We got time. So I'm just going to grab some embroidery floss and I think I'll go with this sort of gold color. Actually, maybe I'll go with this color because it kind of matches the same sort of tone as the sari silk. That one, yeah. And I'll use all 6 strands. I'm not going to separate this. The heck? Looks like some crazy person wrapped these. There's another one. There's another tail. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get this bad boy threaded. So I'm going to show you the quilter's knot. I might have shown you this before. Yeah, I know I have. So you might need to pause and rewind this and watch it a couple times. So you lay the tail of the thread along your needle and then hold it there and then wrap 1, 2, 3, holding all of that bundle together. Pull your needle. And it'll put a knot at the end of your thread. Okay, so I think I'll start it with the knot towards the side that has the onion skin paper on it. And just go in and out in a running stitch. It's very effective once it's done. Well, tomorrow's the big day. I'm meeting my hairstylist at 9:30 to decide what to do with my gray hair. I'm a little nervous about that because it's a big commitment. Just as much as, you know, the years and years and years of coloring my hair has been a huge commitment. So I have to bear that in mind, I guess. But change is always difficult, right? And I'm not so vain that it makes that big of a difference to me. What I look like, it's kind of the deeper meaning about, you know, age, and my children are grown and gone. I'm in the clutches of menopause. Thinking more about retirement savings. And a friend of ours is, he had kind of cardiac issue the other day, and went to the emergency room. And I fixed him up. I'm sure gave him instructions and stuff, but apparently he wasn't bad enough that they needed to keep him. And he's got 3 young children at home. Now he's the same age as me. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. This is where I need a thimble. I'm trying to hold this knot of thread down here at the bottom. Here we go. And just gentle, because you don't want to tear the hole in the paper. You're only dealing with paper here. It's not fabric. Okay. See if I can tighten that knot up. There we go. There, I just pushed it down on the thread. Okay, so there is another page treatment. This you can use as a pocket, and I made this, I just layered up, I think there's 3 layers of paper, because this is really thin paper, and covered both sides with tea-dyed onion skin paper and stitched around the edge. I can decorate this up later, but I just wanted to show you that that fits in there perfectly. And so that's sorry, another page for journal, and a different kind of page treatment. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well. I feel like I'm leaving on sort of a negative note. You know, I don't want to feel sorry for myself, because again, you know, if I reframe it that, you know, I've successfully launched 2 adults into the world. I have years to go before I'm, you know, completely shut down. I got a lot of life left, a lot of creativity to explore yet. I am happy, but there's a part of my brain that's wishing I was 16 again. I'm sure that's pretty common. Alrighty, folks. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon.